Oh, wow. So hot. What? Dude, what the heck?
It's not what you think.
I can't believe you just NTR'd me.
NTR? What the fuck is that? Really? You don't know what NTR is? Dude, I ain't a weeaboo fucker like you. Now, leave me alone. I'm trying to make love with your Dakimakura.
Fine. Okay. I'll leave you alone. I don't care. I don't not like I hear.
Good. Now, where were we?
Welcome everyone. My name is Sir Vanilla, and I am here to teach you Hentai 101. I'm sure you've seen people use certain words in hentai, but you don't know what those mean. You want to read it, but because you don't know the tag, you don't know what you're going to expect. And so today, I'm going to teach you what those tags mean. Here's hentai tags from A to Z. Our first word is ahe kao. Say it with me now, ahe kao. Good job! Kao is a Japanese term for face, and ahe is the onomatopoeia of someone releasing his stuff. By definition, ahegao is the expression of lust through climax. No examples, I don't want to do that face. Anyway, the next term is bukake, and it is the act of releasing abnormal amounts of man stuff inside the female, or outside, by one or more person. Yeah, this is a tag that people usually find appealing, so... Now the next word is chikan. What is chikan? Well, in Japanese term, it means public molestation. Now this is the act of groping or doing sexual assaults to a person while they are in a public place, such as a train or an alleyway where there are lots of people. There is also a term called dochiko, where in Japanese it means klutz. This is pretty self-explanatory. The accidents that the dochiko triggers lead to sexual acts. By the way, this is not only a hentai term, but this is also an anime term. The next word is egg laying, and it means pregnancy through eggs. Yeah, it's really disturbing, and I don't suggest that you look at this tag unless you have a fetish of eggs going out of a person's womb. Then I don't suggest you search for this tag. The next word is fundoshi, and this isn't really a hentai word because this is actually a traditional Japanese underwear or a loincloth. The reason why this is added is because there are some doujinshis which use priestess as their heroines and they have to wear fundoshi. The next term is gokun, and it's the act of drinking a man's stuff. But it doesn't mean that you have to drink it directly from the person's member. It can also mean that the person can drink it directly or through a cup or through a cuffed hand. It's also the onomatopoeia for drinking that thing. There's also the English tag hot pants. And I don't mean the hot pants where your pants suddenly feels like they're on fire. Hot pants actually refer to short shorts. No, even shorter than short shorts. They're so short that they don't even seem like shorts anymore. They just look like long panties. To put it in perspective, do you remember Yoko Littner from Gurren Lagann? Well, imagine that, but shorter. They're so ridiculously short that you can only find it in hentai. There's also inseki, which means doing it with non-blood related family members, for example, in-laws and step-siblings. Not to be confused with the term incest, because incest is with blood related family members. Now here's a term that I'm sure you've heard of, and it's JK. It's short for the word joshikosei, which means high school girl. This term can only refer to just high school girls. However, this can also refer to people wearing the high school uniform. In the hentai world, these are people who try to sell themselves, either it's forced or on purpose. Next, we have kedamono, or kedamono, which means monster girls. Now what are monster girls? Well, monster girls are a mix of human traits and other beastly or animalistic traits. It can either be a cat girl, a dog girl, lamia, or arachne. I have no idea what I'm doing in the blackboard right now, but let's just go with the flow. If you've seen anime like Daily Lives of Monster Girls or Interviews with Monster Girls, you know what this is. The next term, I'm not really sure what it means, but it's layer cake. I haven't done much research in this layer cake terms. Judging by the name, it kind of sounds like something delicious. I mean, there's a lot of layers in a cake. Like, for example, there's the chocolate layer, and then there's the strawberry layer, and then the oh wait, oh my gosh, I just get it. Why would you name it something delicious? People might get the wrong idea. The next term is maibari, which is a material or a cloth covering the private parts of the person while showing it off. While it does cover the private parts of the female maid, it doesn't necessarily cover the important parts. Now this can be likened to the term vag sticker, however this is a different term entirely, but it's more or less the same in terms of appeal. Now this is a term that's gaining popularity recently, and it's netorare. Now by definition, netorare is the term which is used when the person's spouse is sleeping with another person, or the spouse is doing it with someone else while the husband is asleep. Now the opposite or the antonym of this term is called netori. Now it's similar to netorare, however it is the husband that is cheating with the wife. So I guess you could call them relative terms. And so it is the husband sleeping with someone else, or the husband doing it with someone while the wife sleeps. Coincidentally, it's one of my favorite tags. Anyway, the next term is oyakodon, which means a mother and a daughter pair doing it with someone. Now this doesn't necessarily imply incest unless the mother and daughter is connected to the person, or the mother and daughter are interacting sexually. Surprisingly enough, the origin of this term actually came from a Japanese dish, wherein chicken and egg are the main ingredients. And so you mix those together and congratulations, you got yourself oyakodon. The next word is a bit scientific, and it's phimiosis. And this refers to the foreskin of the private part of a male person who's never been circumcised. And this tag is usually used with the words shotas and virgin males. Yeah, this isn't my type of tag, so is the next one, ryono. Now this term is used when the character gets beat up while they do the thing. And unless you're a masochist, I don't recommend that you search for this tag. It can range from assault to harassment to even killing. So, no. Oh wait, how did that fall? Speaking of BDSM, you might like this one. Now, shibari is basically bondage, but it is aesthetically tying a rope around the partner. Not only do you have to tie your partner, but you have to do it in other forms. Now, the next term isn't necessarily a hentai tag, but it is still used in the hentai category. Tankobon is an original book published by an author with a collection of one-shots, or a volume of a long story with different one-shots. The next word is unbirth. Now to put it in simple terms, it's a person going back to its original home, which is the womb. Yeah, it's gross, but it can be interpreted in two ways. The first is comedic, wherein a very big woman or a very tiny person goes inside the womb and gets lost inside. And then there's the second interpretation, which is disturbing and gory, wherein a full-grown person forces itself inside the womb. And so the whole stomach gets opened, and I don't want to describe it. So again, there's a comedic interpretation and a gory interpretation. It's a 50-50 chance of getting either one, but it's up to you which one you would get. Speaking of unbirthing, let's talk about vor, or in scientific term, vorophilia. Now vorophilia is the feeling of taking pleasure from being eaten, or taking pleasure of eating someone else. So if you like being eaten, you're a vorophiliac. Yes, it's a very extreme tag, so I do not recommend it to people who are not into extreme tags. It'll ruin your life. Now let's get away from gory things and talk about wakamezake, which is sake drank in between a female person's thighs. Or in some cases, it is drank in between a person's breasts. Wakamezake was originally a drinking game done by, well, adult men and women. And eventually it found itself in the hentai world. The next term is a word that's already been overused. Heck, it's become a meme in the anime community, so what's the point of explaining it? So in simple terms, yaoi is gay sex and yuri is lesbian sex. Last but not least, we have zetai ryoiki, or absolute territory. This is my favorite tag. It's a character wearing stockings. You know what, I'll just throw it. It is the area found between the stockings and the skirt. It hides the most vital parts, but it shows us enough that we don't even have to imagine it because it is perfect. And that, my friends, are the hentai tags from A to Z. Now I know I missed some letters from Q to X, but I hope this still helps you. And if it did, leave a like, and also subscribe down there for more videos like this. As always, this is vanilla, not the flavor, but just the sweet. Now I'm gonna go sit in the toilet and contemplate on what I have done in this video.